Good evening, guys. Today we'll see about the curvilinear motion and its problems. So first we need to study some formulas for it. So I'll tell you some formulas, you go through it, then we'll go to our problems. So first states that angular velocity. Normal in our rectilinear sum will use the velocity symbol as v, that is linear motion. So when it comes to angular motion, the angular velocity is denoted as omega, or you can simply write it as w, which is equal to angular displacement eta divided by time t. So whenever they are asking something to find angular velocity, we have to use the formula omega is equal to d theta divided by dt. In case if they are asking linear velocity, we have to calculate v is equal to omega into r, or it can be written as w into r. That can be calculated by two manner according to the question. If they give you the radius, we should use like omega is equal to 2 pi r divided by v. If they give you n, that is n in terms of rotation per minute, we have to use omega is equal to 2 pi n divided by 60. From that you can easily calculate what is our v with the formula pi dn divided by 60. If they give you some radius, you can use this formula, that is v is equal to 2 pi n divided by 60 into r. There is some other relation between these types of angular velocity with the acceleration. So we can see that now. This relation states that omega is equal to omega naught plus alpha into t, where omega is your final velocity, that is angular velocity. Omega naught will give you the initial angular velocity, and alpha is your angular acceleration, and t will give you the time. So this is your relation. If they ask you tangential acceleration, substitute at is equal to alpha into r, that is your radius. If they ask you radial acceleration, ar is equal to omega square into r. These are the formulas you have to know before going into the problems. So now let us move to the problem. Okay, see the question now. A flywheel starts rotating from rest and it is given an angular acceleration of 1 radian per second square. That means your angular acceleration alpha is equal to 1 radian per second square. Determine the angular velocity and speed in rpm. So that omega we have to calculate and n we have to calculate after t is equal to 90 seconds. If the flywheel is brought to rest with the uniform angular rotation of 0.5 radians per second square, find the time required by the flywheel to come to rest. So two questions in a single part. One is from the starting point, that is from the rest it is rotating, and the second question is like from the rotating we are going to stop it. So take the first condition, we'll do the first part now. Initially the velocity will be equal to 0 since it is starting from the rest. So only we had taken w naught is equal to 0. Alpha they had given in the question acceleration as 1 radian per second square, and they had asked you to find t is equal to 90 seconds. We know these three will come under one relation, that is w is equal to w naught plus alpha into t, where w can be found out using w naught as 0, alpha is equal to 1 and time is equal to 90. So when you do that you will get w is equal to 90 radian per second. After that we have to calculate what is our n in terms of rpm they had asked in question. So we are taking this formula w is equal to 2 pi n divided by 60. So w in space of angular thing you are substituting 90 radian per second, so it is 90. 2 pi n we have to calculate divided by 60. When you do this you will get n is equal to 859.44 rpm. So first part of our sum got over. Now we have to calculate the final velocity we got as 90 radians per second. We have to stop from that to 0. So now my final velocity changed into my initial velocity. So that only I had taken w naught is equal to 90 radian per second. That means I am going to stop it from the maximum. So this is your initial and retarding they had given. So I had taken the acceleration as minus 0.5 and final it should be 0. That means from 90 it has to rest. So I am taking the final as 0. Substitute all three values in the same equation and get what is our time t. So this is what your answer, t is equal to 180 seconds. It will take 180 seconds from 90 to rest, that is it is from maximum to rest, it will take 180 seconds. This is your first problem. Let us go to our second problem. It states that a horizontal bar on length 1.5 meter rotates. It accelerates uniformly from 1200 rpm to 1500 rpm in an interval of 5 seconds. That is t is equal to 5 seconds. Find the linear velocity at the beginning and at the end of the interval. What are the normal and tangential components of the acceleration at the midpoint of the bar after 4 seconds after the acceleration begins? This is somewhat a very lengthy question, but no need to worry about that. Just listen it. They had given like the length is 1.5 meter. That means your horizontal bar is 1.5 meter length. This is going to rotate in this manner. When it is going to rotate, this will plays as a role of radius, right? That is what I had mentioned. R is equal to 1.5 meter here. That is what R is equal to 1500, and they had given initially with the respective value rotation per minute is 1200. So n naught I had taken as 1200. If I have to substitute that n naught, I am going to calculate what is my omega naught. Omega naught is equal to 2 pi n divided by 60. In the place of n, we can substitute n naught value. So we'll get the answer, omega naught is equal to 125.66 radian per second. This is your first part. This is your omega naught 125.66 radians per second. We have to calculate another part consists of n is equal to 1500 rpm. So that I am taking that notation as w, and 2 pi into n is 1500 rpm divided by 60. So my omega will be equal to 157.08 radian per second. So 2 value we got. Now we have to calculate what is our velocity at the beginning. All the formulas I had attached to you in the first sheet. Go through it and come to the problem. Velocity at the beginning means v naught, and velocity at the last I am taking it as v. So v naught is equal to w omega naught into r. That omega naught already calculated. See, this is your that omega naught value. So substitute your omega naught. R is your radius, that is 1.5 meter. You will get v naught is equal to 188.49 meter per second. To find the final, v is equal to omega divided by r. Already we had calculated what is our omega value. Substitute that omega value into r is 1.5. So you'll get v is equal to 232.62 meter per second. So we had calculated both the velocities now. Let's go to the second part. To find the angular acceleration alpha after t is equal to 5 seconds. That means we are going to calculate what is our alpha value after t is equal to 5 seconds. Take this notation, w omega is equal to omega naught plus alpha into t. Omega already we had calculated. Sorry guys. Wait. Okay. Omega we had calculated from the previous thing, that is 157.08, and omega naught is also we had calculated previously. So the same value we are going to adopt it for this also. So omega is equal to omega naught plus alpha into t. Substitute the values. Alpha we have to find, t substitute the 5 seconds. So when you substitute that, you will get alpha is equal to 6.28 radian per second square. The question is like we have to calculate after 4 seconds. So take the same relation, omega is equal to omega naught plus alpha t. Now we know the value for omega, omega naught and alpha. We have to omega we have to calculate after 4 seconds. So take the value for omega naught. Alpha we had calculated 6.28, and in the time t, substitute this 4 second. So when you substitute this, you will get the new omega value, that is 150.78 radian per second. This is your new velocity after 4 seconds. Now the third part of the question, tangential acceleration, and the fifth one they had asked you to find radial acceleration. The formula states that for the tangential acceleration, which will be equal to alpha into r. For the radial acceleration, it will be equal to omega square into r. So substitute your alpha value and radius value and find out what is alpha. Same like for your radial acceleration, substitute your omega value and r value and find what is our radial acceleration. This is what your problems related to curvilinear motion. Go through this. Thank you.